Hello, everyone. So it has been a moment since the last time I got an opportunity to sit here and talk to you guys in front of this camera. I'm serious, it's been so long. And I've been lifing just like everyone else. It's been a little crazy, a little rough in certain situations. For those who are aware or have known me for a while, my corporate career ended March of 2025. It is now, we're in May of 2026. It's been rough. So throughout that time, I've been looking for a job in corporate America, but I had to switch gears a bit and kind of reinvent myself a bit. So I've been working part time, ins and outs, and things like that. But I have some really exciting news to share with you guys. I have another part time job. Oh my God, when do I get sleep? I know. I have another part time job working at a really reputable nursery here in northern New Jersey. I'm not going to say the name of it because I haven't gotten permission to actually promote it, which I don't think they would have a problem with, but I just want to be careful before I let you guys know. But I'm really excited. I'm actually in the houseplant department. I am a houseplant sales associate. Yes. And I get to work on this beautiful nursery and see the most gorgeous plants, house plants as well as annuals, and they have just a plethora of different plants all throughout the acres. I don't know the amount of acres, but it's huge. It's a lot of plants. They have annuals, house plants, perennials, all types of accessories. They have, you know, Japanese maple trees. They have bonsai trees. They have shrubs, all types of things. But I'm dedicated again to the houseplants. Well, kind of where I fit in. I wouldn't be able to really tell you too much about the other plants, but I'm getting there. So I'm really excited about that. And it just shows you that if you keep sticking with something that you like and you love and you enjoy as your passion, you never know. You might find yourself working there one day. And I now found myself working at a place that I absolutely love. But without further ado, before I go into some of the other updates, for those of you who are new to this channel, hello, my name is Shay with Plant Essence, and this is the channel where I share with you tips and tricks on how to help your houseplants live, be beautiful, and thrive. So I'm so glad that you joined me today for a few kind of updates with that. So with that, I wanted to kind of switch gears a little bit and share with you today. Today is May 2nd, and I had the pleasure of going to something called Plant Fest 2026, and it was at a place called Fitz's Fish Pond. They're located in the Saddle River, New Jersey, and oh my God, I cannot believe what I ran into. Just the most beautiful plants, mostly aquatic plants, but they did have a section, which I'll show you in a minute, where they had a number of house plants and also carnivorous plants. And you guys know how much I am just infatuated with carnivorous plants. Like, I have a whole bunch of penguiculas and pitcher plants upstairs in my plant room, but your girl had to go and get some more carnivorous plants. With that, I wanted to show you one of my carnivorous plants that I was able to snag, and you're gonna be like, what in the world is that? But I want to show you this plant here. This is a type of sundew. This is the Drosera Banata Giant, and I'll share this. I'll put the description of this in the description box below. But this sucker is just flowering. Okay, it's just flowering. And shout outs to Mike at Fitz's Fish Pond in Saddle River. He actually helped me to pick this one out. I would never have guessed to pick this one out, but he was like, it's flowering. You got to get the ones that's flowering. He's right about that. Usually when they're flowering, they're happy. So you get the happy plants. You don't get the plants that are like, wah, wah. You get the happy plants like this one. But oh my God, this one is just like bursting out of the seams here. But again, this one is Drosera or sundew. The sundew is the common name. Drosera giant. It's actually Drosera giant fort. So I guess because it's kind of forked a little bit, so it's not just like a regular sundew that kind of sprawls out. It's kind of forked a little bit, and then it's again it's flowering, but so cute. And I gotta make sure I put this in and keep this in distilled water. When I went to the plant fest, all of their plants were in these like high level, almost table like baths of water. They just kept every single plant, even your philodendron plants that do not require water. They don't like to be waterlogged. Every single one of their plants were waterlogged in very boggy conditions, and they were kind of thriving. Yeah, they were. I can't say kind of. They were thriving. It was, unbelievable. But the trick with that is that it was in a located in a greenhouse, so it was kind of warm and humid. So the plants were able to kind of like adapt to that environment. But I don't think that I could get away with that here in the house. I think if I kept most of my house plants, aside from the carnivorous plants, in like a boggy, wet environment, I think I'd have a lot of casualties and a lot of plants would die if I did that. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. So that again is the Drosera giant fort sundew. Okay. All right. The other one is another Drosera, but actually has a couple other plants in it. This is a Sarracenia Micheliana. Yeah, Sarracenia. So this got stuff going all over. It looks like a really bad haircut. Like it almost looks like mine a little bit. Like yay! It's like like the ombre effect here. So yeah, it's a lot going on there. I don't know if you can see, but they actually also have some pitcher plants growing in there as well. And it actually has caught some bugs. I brought some bugs home. Look at that. I brought bugs. But I had to get this one too. And let me tell you, the prices were really reasonable for the amount and the quality of their carnivorous plants. I was blown away because typically these plants can go for quite a bit because they're kind of rare. Like you typically don't go to someone's house and say, "Oh, look at that sundew, look at that pitcher plant. Wow, look at that nepenthes." No, you typically don't, see that. And the fact that the plants are just not for aesthetic, they actually do something. They actually kill the bugs. They take the bugs that may be in your house, like common, fungus gnats or house plant, your common house fly, and they eat it. So they do something, not just look pretty. They're pretty, they're cute once they flower, but they do something. So that's just really, really nice to have. And the next one that I had to get this Sarracenia. This is this is kind of like your common, like American pitcher plant. I'm trying to see if there are any bugs in there. But she's so cute. Look at her. Oh my God. Doesn't this look like little like lips here? It's so cute. And I just love how these pitcher plants, they vein. The veining is just so unbelievable. And like when they get sun stressed, like the veining gets even richer. And at the bottom of this, there's a couple other things going on here. There's some baby Sarracenias there. And I think there's actually another type of carnivorous plant in there. I can't quite make it out, but very cool. Love it a lot. Can't wait to really kind of dig in there and, and get these particular carnivorous plants to flower. Cause the one that I had last year, it's still alive. I actually have two of these are just like a different subspecies of the pitcher plants. And I got it to flower, and the pitchers are so big and thick. They were so big and thick last year. They're actually coming back, so I'm really happy. So whatever I'm doing, I got to keep doing because these plants are really happy. So, and then I had to get just like a regular common house plant. This here is the philodendron micans variegated. You know how hard this is to find? This is a hard plant to find, and they're really expensive. This one is somewhat like a cutting a little bit, but look at that beautiful pink variegation on the leaf. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to show it like close. Like, look at that. This is what people will pay top dollar for, just to get that variegation in it. And it's kind of like, I just had this one vine. I do have to repot it because the substrate, the soil is really, really heavy and boggy, because again, every single one of their plants is sitting in water. And I know from my experience that philodendrons do not like to have their feet wet for long periods of time. But it seems like they've trained the plants to adapt to it. But I just don't think that I know I don't have the conditions here in my house to keep this wet like this. And I think I would be introducing bacteria if I did that. So if I left it in this condition. So today, before she goes anywhere in my house, I want to make sure I spray that particular plant with some insecticidal spray and actually repot that. I might just put that completely into sphagnum moss so that it can grow more established roots, instead of just putting it into a chunky soil mix. So, but yes, I'm so, again, I cannot stress what a great time I had at the Plant Fest. And I wanted to take every single one of those plants home. They had a ton of fish. Makes me want to have a small aquarium, but I'm not there yet because I don't know where I would put it, because every single corner that's available in my house is literally full of plants. So I got to think about that. But they had like lily pads and just places where you could just see a whole bunch of koi, like have a koi pond. Like I could just imagine myself have like a mini koi pond with like fish and some lily pads and maybe some sarracenias or some sundews, just kind of like all over in the area, just making it look like just a beautiful wonderland. So, but anyway, but yeah, I had a great time, and I'm really starting to come into my own with this plant journey. Again, like I said in the beginning, I now have a part-time job working at this nursery. I will let you know what that nursery is. If you're interested in knowing what that nursery is, where that nursery is located, just send me a message. I think you can actually send a message, and I'll reply to your message, to your question in the comment section. If you comment, I will actually let you know what the name of that nursery is, because I'm only giving them business, right? I'm not doing anything bad, but I'm there Thursdays and Saturdays and Sundays in the afternoon. So once I let you know, if you're interested, comment and I'll let you know the address of the place. But it's a really reputable nursery. It's not a big box, so forget it. It's its wonderland. It's its own wonderland in itself. Like if you ever go there, like it's just acres and acres of just like tons of plants that are just like rare, uncommon, native, just every single type of plant that you think of, tropical plants, everything. So again, really excited about that. But with that, I just want to kind of make it short and sweet. And I will, follow up with you next time. And if you please stay tuned to more information on plants and more planty content here at Plant Essence. Until then, see you later. Bye.